Welcome to the Form 5472.online channel, your go-to resource for navigating the complexities of U.S. tax filing as a non-resident. In today's video, we're taking you through a detailed, step-by-step guide on how to file your U.S. taxes as a non-resident. This is a crucial process, and we're here to make sure you get it right. So grab a notebook, sit back, and let's dive into it. Filing as taxes as a non-resident can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the steps involved, the forms you need to file, and how to avoid common mistakes that could cost you time and money. The first step in filing your U.S. taxes is understanding your residency status. As a non-resident, you're generally taxed only on your U.S.-sourced income, but what does non-resident actually mean? Let's break it down. If you've spent fewer than 183 days in the U.S. over the past 3 years, you're likely considered a non-resident alien. However, if you meet the criteria of the substantial presence test, you could be classified as a resident alien for tax purposes, which means you'd be taxed on your worldwide income. Knowing your correct status is critical because it determines which forms you need to file. For non-residents, the main form is the 1040NR. But if you fall under a tax treaty or meet certain exceptions, there might be additional forms to consider. You'll also need specific forms depending on the type of income you earned. For instance, if you received wages, your employer should provide you with a W-2 form. If you earned income as an independent contractor, you'll need a 1099 form. It's essential to keep all these documents organized and easily accessible when it's time to file. Now that you have your documents ready, it's time to determine your filing requirements. The IRS sets specific thresholds for non-residents that determine whether you need to file a return. For example, if your U.S.-sourced income exceeds the personal exemption amount for the tax year, you must file a return. It's important to note that even if you don't meet the filing threshold, filing a return might still be beneficial. For instance, if you had taxes withheld from your income, you may be eligible for a refund, but only if you file. Let's move on to the actual filing process. The 1040NR is the primary form non-residents use to report their U.S.-sourced income. Filing this form can seem complicated, but I'll walk you through the key sections. The first part of the 1040NR form is where you'll report your U.S.-sourced income. This includes wages, salaries, tips, and any other earnings you've made within the U.S. Make sure to enter all relevant amounts correctly. Errors here could lead to processing delays or even penalties. Next, you'll move on to deductions. Non-residents can deduct certain expenses related to their U.S.-sourced income, like state and local taxes or business expenses. However, not all deductions available to us residents apply to non-residents, so it's important to understand what you can and cannot claim. After deductions, you'll calculate your taxable income and any credits you may be eligible for. The foreign tax credit is one such credit that can reduce your U.S. tax liability if you've paid taxes to a foreign government on the same income. File state taxes, depending on where your income was generated. Each state has its own set of rules and thresholds for non-residents, so be sure to check the requirements for the state in which you earned your income. Filing state taxes can be a bit trickier, especially if you've earned income in multiple states. In such cases, you might need to file multiple state returns. This is where working with a tax professional can save you time and ensure accuracy. Before you submit your return, let's go over some common mistakes to avoid. One of the biggest errors non-residents make is failing to report all their U.S.-sourced income. Remember, the IRS has access to various reporting tools, so it's crucial to be honest and thorough. Another mistake is not understanding tax treaty benefits. Tax treaties between the U.S. and other countries can significantly reduce your tax liability, but only if you claim them correctly. Lastly, double-check all your information, including your SSN or ITIN, income figures, and deductions. A simple typo could cause major delays. Once you've completed your 1040NR form and any state returns, it's time to submit. The IRS offers e-filing options, which are faster and more secure than traditional mail. However, if you prefer, you can also mail your return to the appropriate IRS address. After submitting, keep a copy of your return and all supporting documents for your records. It's also a good idea to track your submission and monitor for any follow-up from the IRS. If you owe taxes, make sure to pay them by the due date to avoid penalties and interest. Filing as taxes as a non-resident doesn't have to be overwhelming. By following these steps, you can file your return with confidence and avoid common pitfalls. Remember, if you need help or have any questions, the Form 5472.online team is here to assist you every step of the way. Thank you for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more tax tips, and leave your questions in the comments. We're here to help you navigate the complexities of U.S. taxes with ease.